And yes, even Hollywood filmmaking. Did you hear we're making a Borderlands movie? It's true. Let's learn more about all the innovative opportunities you can find at Gearbox University. Dynamic, pioneering, groundbreaking.
All right, gamers, back to it. Let's see what Gearbox has to offer this year. This is E3 2021. It's your boy Breezy of the Halo Collective, and yeah, let's see what we got while I finish this Halo Reach SWAT-Ums game. I like the Wonderlist sound. We're all feeling a little psycho. Ooh, dude, the beats. Ooh, Budapest Hungary.
Hey everybody.
I've never actually seen
me,
a Vista like that. Randy Pitchford. That's right.
The founder of the Gearbox Entertainment Company and executive producer of the Borderlands franchise and all of the great games that we do at Gearbox. And I am right now on the set of the Borderlands motion picture, in development, in production. We're shooting. This is a live soundstage, and I thought, since I'm here, wouldn't it be cool if I walk you around?
Kevin Hart is rolling.
Some of the cool stuff that
what kind of crackpot thought that was a great idea? It's an okay enough cast, but they could have done a lot better. But we'll see what they do.
We've been.
We'll see if he can actually flex some range in that role.
We've been in the desert.
All right, they're blurring out an image of someone in costume. Cool.
Actually, look, this is. Hey, Eli, can I grab you for a second?
Yes.
This is Eli Roth, our director.
Director of Chaos.
Hey everybody.
This is E3. These
What's
are
up,
our
guys?
gamers. And you got
Blink headshot, baby.
We have so much. He doesn't exist in the game, but he's just a movie in real life.
Edgar Ramirez's character Atlas exists
The real Edgar,
hypothetically
please
in the game.
stand up.
We've never met him before in the game or in real life. We're meeting Atlas for the first time in this movie story. I'm so stoked that you're here doing this.
Thank you, man.
This is
I'm
gonna be,
very happy.
This is going to be a blast.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. You know, look, I feel like we're just getting started. The whole point is to entertain people, and this movie that Eli's making, it's unreal.
I mean, we have.
I got lucky.
I don't
One
want to
guy
say
was
what we're
AFK,
filming,
the
but
other
it's
two weren't
lots
paying
of
close
blood,
enough
lots of
attention.
guts. It's totally bonkers, but it's also very Borderlands. And I have learned how to twirl a Vlad off.
You know what? I think we should. Let me show this.
Yeah, we can show that.
This is
the stunt one. That's
this is video game fans will recognize this is the Infinity. It's a Vlad Infinity.
I love the Infinity.
You got pretty good at twirling.
Well, they have ones that actually,
Nice.
this one is light, so I could really learn to twirl because I don't want to smash a real one.
Good at that.
But Kate's amazing. Kate's like, she can side twirl.
Yes!
That's right.
You know, she can
Yes!
Isn't it unbelievable?
I was excited for that cast. Like, rightfully, some people think she might be a little old for the role, but she is still immaculate.
I think she's done. And House of the Clock on the Walls, I saw how unbelievably funny she
I
was.
want to
And
see!
noticed that
I want to
she
see!
brought out the great dramatic acting in Jack
Oh,
Black, and
right.
Jack brought out the great comedy.
Oh.
She was so into it.
Looks
She wants to
wonderful,
really,
though. Kid
understand
Blanchett's
it from the
awesome,
inside
man.
out, like, what are the powers? Where do they come
Hey,
from?
welcome to the stream. How y'all doing today? Haven't seen you all in a while, have you?
Great science fiction movie. We don't want to just make a
Yeah,
great
it's been a
video
freaking long
game.
time since I've streamed a Halo Collective.
Well, that's the
Face
key,
reveal.
right?
Yeah.
Great sci-fi movie.
You know it.
And it's
Echo
really come to life.
Loco.
So
There
for
we go. It
Borderlands
popped up
fans
on my stream
play the
feed
video game. If you have
before it
people
actually
in your
showed in the
lives
chat bar.
that you
How
want
you
to
doing?
introduce to Borderlands, but aren't going to play the game with you.
What
This
was your
movie's how you
favorite
do it.
Halo
You can
Collective
bring
video
your
back in the
family,
day?
your
It's
loved
been a
ones,
few
bring
years
them
since
to
we've
the
uploaded
movie.
regularly, and I'm
Introduce
sorry
them to
about that.
Borderlands. They're
But
going to love it.
We want
You
this
know,
to
we're
be
looking to the
like
future,
a
so
gateway drug for the non-
thanks for showing up.
Borderlands
4
fans.
viewers
I
were
mean,
just
the
here.
thing
We're
is-
down to
the
2
great
now,
thing
but
about
that's
the game is
okay.
there's so much to it that you're
I'm
telling
so
80
excited
hours
to
of story every
see
time. And
this
people,
kind of
people
stuff.
can live in the world.
And yeah,
so
you
we have
haven't
to
seen my
create a
face
different
before?
experience. And the
Yes.
experience has to be thrilling in a different way and exciting.
How you
All the
doing?
things the fans love. easily the best.
I'm
cast
a
I've ever
solid
worked with.
5 out of
But
10.
like, just a world-class
Jack
cast
Black's
of
clap
actors that
trap,
all
nice.
came in just to come in and play, and
All
everyone
right,
is so
Kevin.
into their characters. Like we see way Florian's playing Creed.
Florian is killing it.
Ariana is Tiny Tina.
She's
Kevin
doing
is
amazing.
Rowan.
Nice.
Kevin is a man on a mission.
I can't believe
like he's
watching
playing
Kevin,
full action stuff.
do as good as you can, man.
I think he's really
You're gonna
surprise
disappoint a
people.
lot
I
of
think Kevin's
people,
over there, actually.
and that's just
And I know
because
Lisa
people are
is,
hard to
Lisa,
impress
trying to get
nowadays.
Go get
She's
go get
but
you go to work.
I'm gonna-
All right, come with me.
I
guys. Come
just
with me.
hope
I'm gonna
he's
see if I
a
can find
solid
Ari
middle
and,
ground,
one of the
okay,
producers, and
in his
Emmy,
execution of
the
Roland,
odds are
because
legendary.
people don't really
Ari,
have faith in him.
Guys,
It's outside
This is
his
Emmy and Ari
expertise,
from
I
Arad
think,
Productions.
He's been
Ari
acting for a
Arad has
while. You
made
never
a
know.
whole bunch of awesome movies.
Hey, cutie.
You're probably familiar with the Arads
Dude, I got a
from Marvel,
serious thing
right?
for
Because
Asians
Avi Arad was the
recently.
founder and the CEO of Marvel Studios, and they created a movie called Spider-Man, and then Iron Man. I believe you were the executive producer.
Yeah, I worked on that one.
You worked on and then the X-Men, and then the Avengers.
Oh, the Infinite
and,
E3
you know,
2019
I
breakdown.
think it's gone from there. These are the
Mixtapes
most
from
successful
Slipface. Yeah, that
movies
one
of
was
all
fun.
time. For comic
Planet
wise,
Dank,
and the pitch you
my
gave
all-time
me
favorite
was,
track.
Hey, that was cool.
Anything
Figured out
Tyler's
comic
done,
books.
The Domain.
We think
The
that
Domain is
video games
freaking
are the next
awesome.
frontier of this, and we
'Cause
think
that beat
Borderlands is the
slaps.
perfect video game. And-
It takes a
and-
while
and
to
you were
get
really
up there to
flattering.
get the energy
And
going,
how
but
was
once
ideal.
it
It's
hits
kind
the
of
last third or
kind
so
of
of the
jerk,
song,
You made
when
us
it comes
work for
down
it.
and hits the
You made us run for it. But you were right. You were right.
and then starts
Yeah, I
slapping.
understand.
Oh,
Like,
it slaps good.
people
Oh, that
all the
song
time,
slaps
and
so
it's a
good.
different world.
Like
What
every
we have to do
opportunity
to
I
make
got
this
for like the first
completely
month
skill
of
set
Planet
than
Dink's
what you
release,
care
I'm like,
about.
dude, the Domain was so freaking good.
And I
Video
did
game
want- I wanted
movies,
to make
man.
sure
Yeah,
that if we were going to partner with somebody
Let's
on the
hope we
side,
get into
it
like
was- it was with people that
like this
cared
stride
about
where
viewers,
Hollywood's
cared about
instead
our
of
fans,
like under
and cared about
30% on
the
Rotten
character,
Tomatoes,
the
we're
worlds
getting
of the
40 to
game,
50
and was going
range
to actually
with
develop,
maybe
not
an
just- you know, a lot of
actual
these guys will collect
good
options,
adaptation
just
one
throw
of
it in
these
studios
days.
to see where they can get business done.
Maybe
And,
Borderlands
I mean,
is
I'd probably
okay.
beat you up
Maybe
for like
Borderlands
2
is like
years
a 40.
plus.
I'm not expecting Rotten Tomatoes to love it, but I think Rotten Tomatoes is overblown,
we were dating
full of
for years.
themselves anyways.
Yes, and but we did a deal. And
Oh yeah,
it's been a long
devs
road.
have
Yeah,
reportedly
you know what?
heard
We're here
of Planet
and we're
Dink and
psyched, and
MFS,
it's
which is really
worth
cool.
it. You know, like
I
feels like we
almost
used that time
I
pretty
almost
well.
didn't turn off my
I can't
Xbox
believe
game
it.
feed because I am playing MCC right now while things pick up here.
It's pretty amazing. So
And
we're
this
about-
guy with
we're
the
more than halfway
pilot
done.
helmet
Yeah.
and reach swatting them is
We're about 2/3 of the way
blitzing
done. Oh, look at this.
people.
We got Eli again.
We have a
Whipping
really
out
funny
his-
shot.
Oh yeah.
I just got
Yeah, we
owned
should be
right
shooting
up
it
close
behind
again.
the scenes.
I was
I don't
told
like
that
it.
we
I don't
can't
think we
do-
can give it away, but I think that for him, anyways, for
Yeah.
behind the scenes, we should get it.
It's good times.
So,
We're losing by
I'll tell you what,
4.
you guys. This is Eli. This is Ari. Oh, don't look that way. You can't. No, this way. Look this way.
Don't look that way. No. Show me Kate.
We can't
Show me Galadriel,
I don't wanna, okay,
please.
so guys,
Lady of
it's gonna
Lorien,
be an
I've never
amazing
beheld one so
E3.
beautiful.
Borderlands, the film, is going to be absolutely incredible.
It better be.
We've got some cool
It
stuff
better
to show
be.
you. I
Oh,
know some of you
down to the
are
planet
interested
I
in
go.
seeing
We're playing
more
on the
about
Anchor 9 map.
the new game that
Shoot, now there's
we
6
have
ahead.
announced, and learning more from Gearbox Publishing. So you're going to get all that. I wish I could be there in person, but since we're
Magnum
digital,
Witness.
we're going to do it this way.
Gosh.
Thank you guys, and
Thank
I'll
you.
catch you later. Cheers.
Among the many innovative courses offered by Gearbox
Oh my gosh,
University,
I actually got that.
make sure you check out Borderlands Science. By solving the puzzles, you can contribute to real-world research studying the human gut microbiome. For you freshmen
Human
in the
gut
audience,
microbiome?
here's our leading scientist, Mayim Bialik.
By playing Borderlands 3,
Okay, I'm
you
glad I
contribute to
restarted the
real-world
stream so that
scientific
I
research
could like
that helps
title
real people.
Ubisoft
You'll be
Gearbox
directly helping
because
our
I almost just
scientists
kept going. I'm like,
organize
oh,
and
we'll just
compare
make it
this
like this
food.
4-hour event all in one video. Nah,
With Borderlands Science, you too can be the
I
conductor
never
of the
played
food crate.
Krieg back in
And while
Borderlands
you'll
2,
reap
so
in-game
I don't know
rewards
his
when you play,
audio,
the
so that
real
kind
reward is
of came
knowing
as a
that
surprise
you're
to
making
me.
the world a better place. Gearbox University. We're not even charging tuition for this.
Noble spam, man. All footage from Homeworld Remastered Collection.
The Homeworld game started
Oh, it's a game
in the
series.
mid-90s. It would be the first ever truly
Lucky SOB.
3D RTS.
First truly 3D RTS. Alright. I just want to see if Infinite looks remotely good or
That
not.
was a
We'll
big
tune
deal
back in tomorrow,
in, you know,
for
the late
sure.
90s.
Be away from Wi-Fi and service during E3, and I'm so mad. I'm sorry. I was on the way home from the southern end of the state I live in, a 5-hour drive back home. This is a trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands that we saw. What was it, yesterday? 2 days ago.
It soars up.
And I had to tune in once our Halo Collective chat told me that they thought Infinite stuff was coming up. So I'm like, oh snap, oh snap. So I tuned in, I ate into data, and I took like a whole gig of data on that drive, watching Brohammer show up, and we're just like, is this Halo? And then he wipes the screen, you see Chief outside, I'm just like, I'm squeeing in the back of our freaking family car. So much fun. Wanda Sykes. Yeah, girl. Well, Arnett, that's right. Ashley first, don't remember. And her Royal Highness Butt Stallion. I love that. "2K presents Wonderlands."
Roll for initiative, suckers!
I missed Roll for Initiative last time. That looks fun. I'm super excited for that one. 100%. Early 2022.
Quick question.
So,
We're not talking about...
hello, beautiful.
Yeah, right? It's my favorite. Hi, I'm Kaylo Belmore, and I'm
Tiny
senior
Tina, that's
producer
right,
on
cool.
Tiny Tina's
Oh,
Wonderlands.
producer. I didn't see the producer title for a second. Well, let's see what we
So
got.
what's really unique about Wonderlands is it's looter
back
shooter,
up
which is
with you.
pretty classic for Gearbox software. But for the first time
Shooter
ever,
still?
we're setting it in a brand new fantasy environment. Even though it's inspired by some of the content we've
Get
made
the
before with Assault on
Mariner
Dragon's
Optrix
Keep, a
helmet.
fan favorite.
Roll for initiative, suckers!
It's a completely
Oh, that was a
standalone
callback.
plot, new set of characters with some nods to the past, but if you've never played a Borderlands game before, you can absolutely jump right in and enjoy it just as much.
No assists still. Frick, man.
We're absolutely excited to talk about all of our new enemy types. So that is one of our Wyvern enemies. You will absolutely be
weapons.
fighting
Okay,
them.
let's do a
They're not your average
beachhead
Wyvern. So
solo.
of course we've got goblins.
Firefly.
You definitely can't have a fantasy game without goblins, but again,
Nice.
we like to make them our own. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you are as stoked as we are about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Follow us on our social channels
You know what,
to
I'm
find
gonna
out
simp
the
that
latest and
girl's
greatest
hot.
news. Enjoy
And
the
I
rest
love
of the
that
show.
shirt. I love that color, man.
This franchise has been around
Beachhead.
for so long.
Run, apocalypse. Sorry, the edges of my nostrils are irritated. Like,
Here we are years later, and
A really
keep
sensitive
looking
spot
at
like,
well, Homeworld 3. This
like a
has to happen.
pimple or whatever is forming. And I didn't notice it earlier, so it must be like a newly developing thing. Homeworld 3, no production.
The giants have come to Midgard, and you have been chosen by the gods to protect
Oh,
this
this is
realm.
Ragnarok
But
game?
your first task is to find some new clothes that aren't as drafty.
Nice
Your
try.
tribe's journey starts in the wilderness. Hunt down pets, gather
It
rare
doesn't help
resources,
that
and explore the
My nose
untamed
hairs
world.
are starting to grow past the border of my
Once you've
nostrils. I gotta
collected
trim
all
them.
you can carry,
I wish
return to your village and
I wish
use
I
those
didn't need to like
resources
do
forge
waxing or
Viking
whatever
worthy
to
gear. You must
get that
protect
crap
the seed
permanently
of
out of there.
Yggdrasil
Not the
at
stuff
all
deep in
costs.
back, the
For this
cilia that
world
keeps your
and everything
mucus
in
up
it
there,
will be
but the
destroyed
ones right on the
forever.
edge are
So
completely
take heed.
useless. I hate them
Ahead
so
things
much.
rise when the sun sets. Destroy these dark spirits before they destroy the seed. Each victorious knight makes way for a new day, to venture into new lands, build to greater heights, and face fiercer creatures. And with great risk comes great rewards. But be careful, you're of little use to Midgard squashed by a troll. Craft legendary weapons, build deadly defenses, and grow the strength of your tribe, because those giants are on their way. And it's time for us to end their path of destruction.
What's this? This looks like a mobile game. Yeah, it
Let's
might
show
be.
them our might is greater than their height. as the saying goes. Valhalla.
It looks a little too good for a mobile
Can't
game.
wait.
Tribes of Midgard. That's right, I've heard this one. Let's see what it's on. If it's on Android, iOS, or if it's on consoles, PC. Okay, PlayStation and PC. Not bad.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan Maroda. I'm the creative director at Northville. We're just under 2 months away from finally launching our upcoming 10-player co-op action RPG, Tribes of Midgard, and deliver it to you on July 27th on PS5, PS4, and Steam. In Tribes of Midgard, you play as an Einarjar, a glorious Viking hero that's been returned to Midgard in order to protect the seed of victory.
I thought I was hearing Einar.
Every time you start a new run, you would want to go out and explore this new world, gather some resources, fight enemies, and return to your village in order to craft better equipment and tools to help you survive. You can also upgrade and fortify
regular
your
light
village,
infantry,
because each night,
200 kill
creatures from
progress,
hell will
and
emerge
my,
from
what
the
was it,
depths to
150
attack your
kill with
tree.
vehicle weapons?
Make it through the night to go back out to raid enemy camps, dwell in caves, take part in events, go on quests, build anywhere, and of course, loot countless items to gain experience and level up your Viking. We now have 8 classes in the game, each with their own abilities, specificities.
Yeah, top-down games just never are my kind of thing. I have played
even more skills,
Halo Wars solely for the Halo. Otherwise, I don't care for
but those nightly creatures
RTS.
aren't even your biggest
Get my
threats.
light sensor back
You
on.
must get ready and prepare for your biggest challenge, and I mean biggest challenge today.
Piece of crap.
Every couple of days, a giant
my
will
light
emerge
sensor.
and walk towards your village with the intent
Okay, my light
destroying the
sensor's
seed of victory.
right there.
You must stop it and take it
Right
down,
there.
whatever the cost.
And I sleep
Otherwise,
over here.
it's game over.
If I
You
don't
can, of course,
cover
play
that
Tribes
thing
of
up
Midgard
before I go to
completely on
bed,
your own.
that thing
But
will
we
pick
highly
up
recommend that you bring
micro
along 9 friends
movements
to thrive
from
together.
me overnight.
We cannot wait
and
to share
it will
more
waste
information about
electricity.
this
I hate
ever-growing
that sensor
epic
so
saga
much. It's
in the
crap.
weeks to come.
And then sometimes,
In the
like,
meantime,
I can't
you can
trigger
already
it from
pre-order
right
the game
behind me.
right now.
And I was like,
to
I have
earn
to get up, I have to
exclusive
go over, I have to
items
wait
and
in
be
front of it,
among
and
the
it still
first
won't
to
turn
defend
on.
Midgard
It is
against Ragnarok.
such a piece of garbage.
Because as they say,
is the
Valhalla
absolute
can
worst piece
Thanks for
of
watching.
light
Says
switch
Dale.
technology I have ever
At
used.
Gearbox University, it's not all textbooks and calculators. Sometimes we like to kick back and have a little fun. A good sense of humor is of vital importance if you want to succeed in these halls. Here's a list of sensible wisecracks you might hear when you're exploring our campus.
That's a vibe I'm
Why
getting
did the
from this
tribe of
song.
Midgard cross the road? To get to the O Thor side.
Oh,
Knock,
oh
knock.
my God.
Who's there?
That
The
was
commando.
actually good.
The commando who? I don't know. What are you axing me for? Welcome to the Home World Diner. Our special today is the dessert of carrot. Help, I've God fallen, and I can't get up. Claptrap, Tiny Tina, and Mad Moxie walk into a bar. Wait, I think Moxie owns the bar, so why would she be walking in? She'd already be there. And is Tiny Tina old enough to drink? Maybe it doesn't matter in space. Also, what's the punchline? And how is Claptrap walking in? I want to say he counts as a unicycle. Okay, we'll work on this before we submit to E3. Gearbox University.
Dude,
Our
it's
comedy
already
school is
E3.
a 2-year degree.
I like the old school 80s, 90s lecture video format.
Macros thinks the war is over.
Godfall, that's right.
But our fight has just begun.
Honestly, that has the aesthetics I could see Red Rising having. If anyone is familiar with Pierce Brown's Red Rising series, let me know, because you're a Goodman, you're a champ, and I love you, and I love that book series. So if any of you have, and if not, this is like however many hundreds of years in the future, we colonize most of the system, and it's a color-coded based class society. The golds are at the top, the reds are at the very bottom, and this book series follows a red, a mine worker on Mars named Darrow, and it's really cool. It's like, you know, rebellion, take down the system, the establishment, the man, all this other good stuff. It's a really good series, and his second trilogy is in progress, with book 6 still in the works, and the fans are hotly anticipating its arrival. The armor they wear seems to have this kind of aesthetic right.
Time for your madness to end, brother.
So, Pierce Brown, Red Rising series. It's available on Audible. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Chef Kiss good, baby. Magnifique. That don't look bad. That don't look bad. Again, not my style, but
Greetings,
hey,
everyone.
it is what
My
it is.
name is Dick Kane, and I'm the Senior Technical Producer at Counterplay Games. First and foremost, on behalf of everyone at CPG and Gearbox alike, I want to thank you for being part of Godfall's journey up until this point. It's crazy to think that Godfall just launched in November of last year. Our developers have been hard at work ever since. In fact, this past February, we launched the massive Primal update, which included new content such as additional rooms in Tower of Trials, Primal gear, Ascension levels, and much, much more. But I'm excited to announce today that on August 10th, we will be launching Godfall on the PlayStation 4. Not only that, but owning Godfall on the PS4 entitles you to a free PS5 upgrade, and we will support cross-gen play,
in 2
so
years
PS4
when we
and
can
PS5
get them.
users can seamlessly
Feckin'
co-op
A.
together. And if you've been struggling in the Ascended Tower
Sons of
Trials,
Baconator, freaking
don't
scalpers,
worry. We're adding
man.
matchmaking. But really,
All of you
matchmaking and the
scalpers
PS4 edition
suck
are
it.
just the tip
I
of the
don't
iceberg
care what
because
your
we are
income
so
is.
excited to
I
launch
don't
our
respect
first
you.
ever expansion, which we've
The
entitled
guy I bought my
Fire and
Series
Darkness.
X off of, I
Fire
bought it
and
for an
Darkness
extra
will take players
$100.
to
I
the
put my
first time ever,
$600
where they'll be met
COVID
with
check
new challenges,
into it on New
enemies,
Year's Eve.
bosses, trophies,
I told him, like,
cosmetics,
I
and
respect the
so
hustle because I tried to
much
hag like an
more.
extra
But
$50
alongside
out of
Fire
him.
and Darkness, we're
But
also releasing a
that's
free
just because I was in a
content
good
update,
mood
which we're
looking forward to
calling
the end of the
Lightbringer
year.
update.
Later,
The
I
main
was thinking, like,
component of the
you know what,
Lightbringer
now you're
update is
scumbags,
the new
scalpers.
ending loop, which
You
we're
all
calling
suck.
Lightbringer.
Like,
In
seriously.
Lightbringer,
Eat a
players will
dick,
fight off the
every
darkness
single
that
one
friends
of you.
appear on and be rewarded with a new loot type.
Seriously, though, if you're trying to get extra money for
First loot will challenge the player to
food
complete
and
particular
such.
objectives in order to lift the
I
curse
can appreciate
and
that
awaken
much, but that's it.
Basically, if you
Otherwise,
thought
you
Primal
guys
Gear
still
was
just
tough,
suck because
you ain't
you're
seen nothing
you're
yet. And then, of
cashing
course, we
in
wanna make
on
fashion
everyone
the forefront
else's
of Godfall. So we have added a
desperation.
huge library of
Honestly,
cosmetics to both the
why am I
Lightbringer
ranting
update
about
and the
scalping?
expansion alike,
E3 is
all
on,
of
dude.
which
Just
can be
shut up and
unlocked
enjoy the
by
show.
simply completing objectives in the game. Thank you so much for your time today. It is an honor to be speaking here, and I hope you
That's
enjoy
all
the
I
rest
gotta
of your
say
E3.
about that.
There's a really unique tone and vibe and feel to Homeworld that hasn't been emulated since.
I did not know there was a. Okay, why they stop doing just the same Homeworld advertisement? We don't care.
It's not
None of us are
remaster.
excited.
It is Homeworld 3. It is the next Homeworld.
Maybe we should be. Maybe I could be. Blackbird Interactive. Huh.
We're glad you've chosen Gearbox University for your higher education endeavors. As you engage in your academic pursuits, don't forget to try out our extracurricular activities. Show off your shutterbug talents in the photography club. Make lasting connections in our chapter houses. Or if you're a boring person, you can always try out for the debate team. We also have sporting events, but try not to play too
dunking
hard
on
at the
every high
homecoming
school
game,
debate team in
or you'll
history.
end up looking like this.
Dr. Nakayama.
Be sure to follow us on
Professor?
social media, where you'll occasionally find free shift codes, as well as news and
Oh,
announcements
shift
about our
codes,
latest
man. I remember when I would
scholastic
spend like an
offerings.
hour
Gearbox
scrolling
University.
through lists and
We
putting
can
those suckers
shape
on the
your
Xbox
future,
360.
because thinking for yourself is hard.
Thinking for yourself is hard.
Now, go buy all our games.
All of our
We're back.
games. Not just
Hope
Borderlands
you
3,
guys
buy
had
all
an
of our
awesome
games.
presentation from all the Gearbox games in development and Gearbox publishing products coming.
Yeah, this one's
listen,
weaker than Ubisoft in general, but that's
I'm
okay.
standing outside Kevin Hart's trailer door. I'm just gonna. You guys want to meet him? I think he wants to meet you guys.
He better.
Let's see if he opens.
He better.
Hey Kevin, you got a minute?
Ah!
Borderlands fans, meet Kevin Hart.
How you guys doing, man?
So, man.
Pretty pumped up right now to meet you guys. Randy, you should tell him actually how big I am in person. It's a great
Well, I'm
opportunity.
6'3".
Oh.
Yeah, they can
6'3".
get a good grasp
So by that measure, I'm still taller, man. Oh, just like The Rock said, he's
you don't understand. Like, you're a freaking action hero.
Thank you, man.
This is amazing.
Kevin Hart is cool.
You know what?
I do like him.
I'm going to say
I love the hands in pockets, casual indignation in his eyes. He does not have intense eyes. Maybe that's why. Roland does not have intense eyes either.
You got no idea what I'm doing or how I'm doing or why I'm doing it. You got no idea the level that I came in at. You got no idea how much preparation I decided to put into this particular character in this role.
How many hundreds of hours have you played as Roland?
You got no idea. You don't even know what's under this jacket.
OMG! It's metal!
You got no idea. My job is to come in, not only be prepared, but to shop.
You got cargo pants on, man.
We are doing it. I've seen some pretty, like,
it's intense.
No one's ever seen it.
Dude, you're making me hype for this movie. What the freak? Maybe we'll see a trailer. Maybe Black Widow will have a trailer.
He's working his ass off. Well, everyone's working their ass off.
Absolutely. You got an amazing cast. Kate,
you really
Jamie, Ariana.
Oh, I cannot wait to see her as Lilith. Oh my gosh.
Jack Black. You put an amazing group of people together. So, shouts out to you,
dude.
Gearbox. Shouts out to Lionsgate, for seeing that this is something that could be phenomenal. Shouts out to the world of Pandora knowers.
Pandora? No, you have played Borderlands at least once.
Love this world. I promise you, you're going.
I haven't played Borderlands since Borderlands 2 was new. What was that, like 2016?
From a place of visual, you're going to believe that you're in this place with it. So
no, that was more like a 2013 game. Borderlands 2.
My eyes are welling up.
No,
hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you taking a minute
like
to
2011.
introduce yourself to
I don't know, man. I'm not a good judge of the flow of time anymore.
I got a weight room in here. Just rolling.
Fuck her off.
In between takes. You'll know why later.
Take it easy, Kevin.
No!
Holy crap, you guys.
Sorry about that.
I can't wait for you to see this movie. It won't be long, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Quite firmly pressed the A button to select my loadout, and then the D-pad to change my spawn location so I can get closer to this little concubine.
Gearbox. We're hard at work making new stuff. So,
but no, they didn't freaking read my input properly. I'm stupid. I'm just not happy that I couldn't spawn closer to these fuel rod grunts and kill them faster. Oh, I look over and see the Borderlands head logo, and I'm like, they're put on a trailer? But no, they're not. They're not ready for that yet. I stand you Moxie cosplayers. All day. All day. All day. All day. You get that reference? You're a real one. I didn't tell her doing this. Nice. No, well, Maya, there we go. I'm like, who the heck is the second siren? It's Maya. You idiot. I mained her. I've barely played anything other than the sirens in all my Borderlands playtime. That was it. 28 minutes. 28 minutes for Gearbox, not bad. Alright, post-show. Post-show is going to be attached to this video, and then when the VR showcase starts, I will reset the stream once again. Thanks to everyone who chatted. Man, that's a way better turnout than last one. I wish we could have gotten you guys all to stick around in the first stream. That would have been more entertaining. This one was way short. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Doesn't look like it's respawned yet, but we'll see. Blast it. All right, so if anyone else pops back into chat, we can talk about what we just saw. Otherwise, I will narrate
fall,
this
the
stuff
Far Cry
myself.
series returns with Far Cry 6, and I absolutely cannot wait to find out more about it. So luckily, here to tell me more about it is the game's narrative director, Naveed Kavari, and lead game designer, David Grivel. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey. Hello.
Okay, so I'm tremendously excited for this game. I love Far Cry. This is, I'm hearing, the biggest Far Cry game yet. I've never really felt like the Far Cry games felt small or anything like that. So I guess what's the reasoning for making this bigger, and what kind of stuff can players expect with, you know, more playground to play around it?
One-round game mode, though.
I think what we wanted to do from the outset, right from the beginning, is we were excited about the idea of doing a full country.
Ronald Jenkins.
And what that means.
Those are my chatters today. Thank you guys so much.
It translates.
I don't get a lot of interaction in my stream.
You know,
chat,
having
so
a capital city to
having
multiple towns spread throughout the island, and also getting the dynamics of the population. You know, the guerrillas you're fighting with. The diversity and notions of, you know, the stakes of how a country will emerge or endure from a revolution. That was really exciting for us. David, definitely jump in terms of what it means.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for us, you know, having a big map to me doesn't mean much on its own. Because if it is all empty at the end of the day, then that's not fun for anyone. So we spend a lot of time, as Navin mentioned as well, creating and making sure that the activities you have in the world and, you know, all the people you encounter, there is variety in it. So it's not just about shooting things, you know. You can see in the trailer, for example, we even have activities such as you can play dominoes, you know, in your camp. You can go fishing, you can go hunting if you want, or you can take care of business, you know, by fighting back Anton's army, right? So that was important to me. It's not just big; it's full of opportunities.
I have 4,090 gamer score out of the 7,000
mentioned the large-scale city areas
available
are,
in the
first for the series. There's always been
and
sort of like
Destiny
encampments
2
and
is
towns
still
and all that kind of stuff. But to me, it's sort of like antithetical to the philosophy of Far Cry, which is always like in the wilderness and it's crazy. And obviously, there's tons of that here. But how are you going to work?
I have 420 trophies in Master Chief
the city
Collection.
areas. Like will there just be, you know, animals running down the streets? How's that going to pay off?
Yeah, the urban environment is interesting to me because, like you said, you know, it's how does Far Cry work in an urban environment? And so for us, that was full of opportunities for the AI, for example. How do they react to the player, you know, in such an area? You're not in the middle of a jungle this time, you know, you're in Esperanza, so what does that mean? That definitely was to me the unique side of city, and also who says urban environment also says verticality. So that was another dimension that for us was exciting to explore. That being said, you know, it's a city, so just like in real life, there's not a ton of wildlife in the city, but you can definitely bring, for example, your amigos with you in the city, you know. So Chorizo, the little dog, or Guapo, the crocodile, for example, and they definitely will help you out in that situation as well.
I think on top of that, it's the notion that it's the Anton's stronghold, right? So when you have a dictator like Anton, he needs his core seat of power. So you're going to encounter some of the game's most difficult.
Stop leading me, you douche!
When you approach,
you're lumbering colossi, and you still outrun
the sort of
everything.
Verticality of the taller building settings.
It's ridiculous how
get to see
fast
like rooftop fights. Where you know,
I'm
scale
sorry, Hunters should not be
of
that
buildings
fast.
like, you know,
Screw
Batman
you,
did
I
in the
don't give a crap.
1960s.
They should not be that fast.
So in the upcoming weeks, we'll show more, you know, about the urban environment. But I think Navid summarized it really well. What we wanted to have in terms of gameplay in the city specifically was that it's the seat of power of Anton, meaning you can go in there, by the way, right from the beginning of the game.
And I messaged him, I'm like, hey, dude,
it's going to be challenging. It's going to be really
I'm good. I haven't played a
challenging
lot of
for
it,
you.
so
you got definitely to adapt your
sell
playstyle
your game.
when
That's a
you
dick
go in
move,
there.
man. So
But yeah, I'm looking forward to be able to share a bit more
Hopefully,
with you.
one day I see him at the gym again.
Tell me a little bit about sort of your creative process together. How do scenarios come together? Is this something, David, that you kind of go, I have an idea for a gameplay thing, and Naveed, you go, all right, I can write it, or Naveed, you write something and hand it to David, and he's like, oh, I got to figure this out now. How does that relationship work?
I think the main thing was it's a bit of both, to be honest. Me and David were there right from the beginning when there was 10 of us in a sweaty, gross room somewhere in Ubisoft. And so as we were zeroing in on Yara, this island that's frozen in time, in the Caribbean that has what we call these sort of resolver, do-it-yourself aspects, David and his team simultaneously were jamming with us and coming up with gameplay scenarios and features and that kind of thing. So it really was a constant open dialogue.
Oh crap! Arctic Elites.
I can't think.
I
of
hate Arctic Elites. Oh.
But yeah, David, you jump in.
Yeah, it's Resolver is the perfect example. So it's that do-it-yourself philosophy, as Nav mentioned, and for us that sparked a lot of ideas in our head. It came from it came from Cuba originally, that philosophy of making do with what you have, and for us, for the team, when the team visited Cuba for research, they found out a lot of
people,
travel
very
restrictions
cool and
on very
Cuba
weird objects that the population there made because of all the economic sanctions that they had, right? So, for example, someone made a desk fan
I was very surprised
record
to actually
player,
see
vinyl record
Cuba
player.
always felt
and
like this
so when we saw that in terms of design, we were thinking, okay, what does that mean? What could we do that would be cool? For vehicles,
not likely ever be able to really go to
with weapons. So you saw, for example, in the trailer,
China.
we have a modified nail gun, which is a cool stealth weapon.
Or North
we
Korea.
have
North Korea is even
my favorite,
less
which is called
so
El
the
Pequeño,
fact that
so the
Trump
little
even
one,
pulled off what
but
he
it's
did with
actually a
North
minigun
Korea,
made out of a motorbike engine. It's a lot of crazy things like that, and that's where we had, I think, a lot of good back and forth also with narrative C, make sure it works in our world, in Yara. So that was a lot of fun, yes.
I actually really appreciate that, because that immediately stuck with me with all the footage we've seen so far. Is it's got this sort of scrappy, kit-bashed approach to the design philosophy, and then it feels like lived in. It feels like the stuff that you would actually put together using parts that you have around. This has been always an interesting sort of balance for me in the Far Cry games, is that there are violent dictators, there's cult leaders, but then there's also, you're lighting tigers on fire, there's drug trips and double jumps, all the stuff that makes Far Cry special, but it is a balancing act. Was that something that you struggled with this time around, or did you kind of lean into the kind of tonal chaos of all of it?
I think the truth is that is Far Cry. The balance of those two things, if you take one out, you don't really have a Far Cry game. And I think what we saw as an opportunity here was, how can we ground this? How can we wrap these sort of gameplay elements, the amigos, inside the world of Yara, and try and come from it from a place of character. I think, just to give you an example, with Resolver, what we call guerrilla Resolver, that DIY philosophy, we grounded that in the character of Juan Cortez. This is someone who is a spy master, someone who has lived within multiple guerrilla movements and saw a need, which was when you're in the jungle, you need to make one guerrilla feel like 1,000. So he got inspired from reading comic books and came up with this notion of the Supremos. And so mirroring that character with the sort of DIY
Kieran,
philosophy and being able
you
to
are the
see
last person I ever expected to
Supremos
see
and
here.
Resolver weapons
We're
in
not
action.
exactly going,
It feels
but you know
Far Cry.
we're
I
trying to
can't
get
put it
plans back up on the
better than
table,
that.
so
It feels.
I decided to make a video and say,
like-
hey guys, we're gonna
so
stream
it is
E3 on Halo Collective
absolutely
before we
about
kind of move on to
but
greener
it's one you
pastures.
took great care with.
And yeah, just over 4,000 viewers.
awesome.
See if we can get a boost to our new
Esposito
channel
is
soon.
Amazing. He's one of my
So
favorite
yeah,
actors.
dude, thanks for hitting the notification
like
during the stream. Very cool of
tremendously
you, man.
menacing dude, but feels like it seems like he has a good sense of humor too. What was it like writing for him?
Juan
Did
Carlos
you have to
Esposito, man.
sort of like?
I'm
did you
jealous.
find
Like
yourself
I
in the
didn't really
mirror,
know
like,
about that
reciting
guy
lines and trying to
until
sound as terrifying as possible.
Mandalorian when he played Moff Gideon.
I think,
but now
you know,
just
as
like
we were going
seeing
into
everyone's
the writing
reception to
process
him,
with
I'm like,
Anton,
okay,
and
yeah,
as I was
like
really
becoming
trying
more of a film
to
buff,
nail
especially I'm starting to
Anton's
see the merit.
personality,
in this guy,
you know,
he's awesome.
his voice just started
and it's
kind of
passionate
being
talking
my
with
go-to
Jeff on the
inspiration,
Summer Games
naturally.
Summer Games
and I
Fest
think
show
what
yesterday
he
or 2
does,
days
and
ago, I
this,
still
you
don't
know,
remember
from the moment we
what freaking day
met,
it was.
look, we had a multiple-hour conversation talking about
lost my thought because
Anton. There was
jackals are actually weakening my
click,
shields.
and I think what he brings is that gravitas. He brings that you know, sense of power and duty, and at the same time he brings this empathy
I'm looking forward
that
to
was
admiring
something that
his
we really,
performance,
you know,
for sure.
from meeting with him and talking to him, we really wanted to drill down on this empathy that he has for Diego, right, as a father. And you know, so Giancarlo has this ability to balance both committing and ordering these horrific things with
Interesting
being
proposition.
this father that you
We'll
almost
see what the
can
Tides have in
relate to.
store
And,
for everyone.
you know,
and
I'll tell
everything,
you,
'cause I don't know how.
the moment, you know,
Is that Halo
we
follower?
first met and started looking at
Because
the scripts,
I haven't
when he turned
kept
to
up
me and
recently.
started talking as Anton,
And we're definitely
I was
looking
terrified.
at not doing so much Halo
Absolutely
content
terrified.
because
His
Halo
eyes
kind of just
pierced right into
tapered
my
off
skull.
for us. Not that we don't all
and-
love it
and for
still,
me, it was,
but
from
like
there,
community
it's just,
interaction
you're seeing
drop.
it right
Oops,
now, and there's so much more. to come,
despawn.
so much more.
Community interactions gone down.
The
And that's part of the
protagonist this
reason
time
we haven't
around
been here
is more
very
fleshed
much
out than we've
is,
ever
like,
seen. It's
we
always been
decided
sort of
we
like
kinda
this
wanna
kind of
do other
GoPro
game
avatar
content,
for the
so we
player
kinda wanna
to run around and go
separate from the
crazy.
Halo
But
Collective
now
moniker
Danny
on our next
has
project.
a full-fledged
And I'll be
personality,
announcing that.
voice
I'll probably
acting.
be
There's
announcing
male
that,
and female
at
versions
the
of the
end of the
protagonist.
Microsoft Showcase
How
tomorrow.
do their personalities different between the two of them?
But if you got
Well,
if you got
I think for
machinima
us,
people,
you know,
like
after
pretend,
talking to-
especially
we talked
body
about it
actors, I
quite
got
a
a lot
bit.
of voice
I think
people,
that
but
we wanted
I need
players
help
to-
with
to
the
see
body
themselves
acting for big
represented
fight
and
scenes
have
for
the
next
option
big, machinima we're
to pick
gonna
between
do.
male and female Danny's.
Definitely
But we
would
wanted to
love,
keep their
I would love
journey
digital
universal.
manpower.
That
for
was
IMCC
something
body
that
acting
felt,
and make
you
that
know, we
in
didn't
MCC
want
this year,
you
mostly
know,
with Reach.
one
World
Danny
Halo
to have a
University
different journey
as
than
well.
the other, and I think that really comes from the fact that this is a story of Danny finding their place in the revolution. It didn't feel
I'm not
right
too
to
interested
just
in the story, but
tangent
here.
and do two completely different
But I do
storylines.
like seeing
So really, we wanted one
people
canon,
putting their stuff in.
storyline
I like
for our
seeing
players.
One of my favorite things about this
face
franchise
capture,
is
whatever
the idea of every single
whatever that
time
technology is
I
called,
think
I
I have a
lost
solid
what the actual
plan
title of
for
it
a
is.
scenario, and I bring in the right tools
scanning
and
faces,
weapons and everything like
you know,
that.
Cal
And I go
Kestis being
stealthy,
an actual
and then
person
something
and
happens at
not
Triple
just,
Wire, a
you
cage
know,
opens up,
poorly animated facial
something
like
bursts
Mass
into
Effect
flames,
Andromeda.
things
I wish
go
Mass Effect
total
Andromeda
crazy.
had taken
I really, really
the,
love that sort of
the
mix,
everyone
that push
else
and pull
approach
of like,
with,
this is what I'm bringing, and this is what the
putting
environment is
actors on
doing that I
green
wasn't
screens,
planning
getting the
for.
dots on their
Can
faces.
players expect a lot more of that kind of stuff?
doing all
It's a
that
very
stuff.
signature Far Cry here, but like
It's like the gold standard
Is that going to kind of keep
for,
ramping up for Far Cry 6?
Gaming
for sure,
character
yeah.
facial animation.
We have also a bunch of new elements to the game that we'll be talking about very soon as well. But yeah, you know, like
Overwatch
we have the fire you can see in the video. That's classic Far Cry. But
regrettably, we also haven't been super into
we make sure
Overwatch
also,
lately
you know,
either.
that
I know Tyler's
that we
played
support
some
properly the
more
different
recently.
playstyles. Meaning,
I haven't played
if you want to
since
go in stealth
Bridget
and
was the
really
newest
get
character.
better at stealth, We do support that through the weapons, through the customization that you saw, and even through the gear also that you can wear, which is more to me like an extension of your playstyle. You know?
Mercy was my main.
What we
and
wanted
her
really is
to
make sure that if you
she's
like
just like constantly been nerfed and
way,
never really
the
been
game
buffed
says
as far
yes,
as I recall.
and you know,
and
here's
those
a way
type
for
of
you
games
to
aren't
make
my
that
squeeze
playstyle
anymore.
even stronger,
It's-
etc. And of course, on the
For
other
me,
side,
it's been
in
Destiny
terms of
2,
environment and AI,
Halo
we
MCC
have
on the side,
also
Destiny
quite a
2,
few,
Destiny 2, Destiny 2, Destiny 2,
cool surprises
Destiny
to
2,
reveal
Destiny 2,
very
Destiny
soon.
2.
And I'm excited for everyone to see that, 'cause I
Castlevania,
love
Lament of
that,
Innocence on
like you
PS2.
said, that's
And
crazy,
Doom 2016.
you know,
I'm almost done with
we
Doom
call this
2016.
internally
I'm
the
probably gonna
anecdote
stream
factor,
that on my
right? It's like
Twitch
you
tonight.
go in there, you have a plan, and then oh my god, yeah, there is a like this animal jumping
So
out
yeah,
of the
while
bush
you're
and
here,
then jumps
I
on an
would
enemy that was
appreciate,
about to throw a Molotov, and then
you
the
guys
Molotov
got
goes
any
on the ground
time
and
to
everything
spare
is on
to
fire.
when
So
I announce
yeah, exactly.
the
That's
channel
Far Cry.
we're
That's Far
using
Cry. So
for
yes,
general gaming and other media.
Far Cry 6 is out
If you
on
guys wanna
October
help,
7th. I'm
shout out
counting
with
down
that,
the
that
days.
would be cool.
Thank you both so
I
much
won't,
for joining me
make
today,
demands,
and thank you
but
all for watching.
I know that would be a great way to help us like get a bit more of a following as we start off. Oh my gosh, is that a pet alligator with a gold tooth? I'm excited to see the pet buddies, like Shorty's the little dog with the amputated back legs who's on a little roller. It's cool. We have the Halo Collective Discord, which is still like pretty much inactive right now, which I understand, but I have my own for aspiring Destiny and Halo MCC, basically social custom games. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I'll probably share that video here. All that tomorrow during the big showcase when more people are watching, hopefully. Okay, we finished the 200 cannon fodder one. I don't want to do 3 matchmaking firefight games where I actually have to put effort in. PvE challenges. XP, I mean. If I complete 6 more PvE challenges before Wednesday, get 100k experience. I'm just leveling up here. Need 4 more assists. I'm probably not going to win any competitive games. Non-profit organization. I'm getting close. I should just go Corvette. Got 5,500 out of 7,000 kills. Just farm that out. 10 minutes when I end this stream and get ready for the VR showcase. Should turn the stream thing down a little so we can hear a little bit better. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and my mixer actually doesn't have settings for tuning the show audio. Let's just do this. Okay, testing 1, 2. Let me know how the current audio balance stands. If I need to turn myself down, I'm at minus 15 decibels. I can drop it from there. And audio-wise, I am peaking in the yellow, but not really hitting it that much.
It's not human.
UNSC weapons. This movie looks fun.
One of what?
If it's actually in theaters, I might consider seeing it, but not
Hey everybody,
super
Michael
likely.
Swaim here for IGN and the Summer of Gaming. About to talk with Sam.
He's with
Richardson
IGN?
about a film he produced, stars in, and is actually an
Dude,
adaptation
I've
of a
loved
Ubisoft
Michael
game
Swaim
called
since
Werewolves Within.
Cracked.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
I've
call
loved that
this
guy
a
for
with
years.
interview.
I had
hope
no
that's
idea
okay.
he was
Hey,
working
Sam,
for
how you
IGN.
doing?
Hey, Michael.
Dude!
How are you?
I'm doing
Dude, I
good.
love that guy. Michael Swaim is
Yeah,
one of
with
my
interview. You
favorite.
can have that. That's free.
He's one of my
Werewolves
favorite
Interview.
internet
Got to
personalities.
see the
He
movie
and
last
Dan
night. It was
O'Brien.
tons of fun.
Katie
Thanks for taking the
Willard
time.
also was another
First
cool
things
one from
first,
Cracked.
Sam Richardson, you are quickly
Turn the
becoming
video
a
player
comedy
down.
icon.
Yeah. Okay, I sound
by
better.
all
Thank you.
accounts. When did you know your career was really blowing up, and why was it that
Ooh,
Shakespeare sketch we did where you're a
1
shirtless
second.
fairy?
Aspect in what sense? Yet careful be.
There's Daniel O'Brien. Yeah, Cracked. See? Cracked.com. Fun website. All their YouTube content is like a couple of years old. They haven't been doing new stuff, I don't think, which sucks because I love their after hours sketches. Those were fun.
We did the cowboy poker game.
You shut your big bazoo. I can see that card plain as day, you built chiseler.
Anything to embarrass you. But about this movie, what first got you to sign on to this project? You know, was it werewolves? Was it Ubisoft's involvement?
I miss the days when she
like,
could.
what got you to say, hey, this is something
Text
I want
me
to
more
be a part
often.
of?
They reached out to me and sent me the script and sent me the director, Josh Rubin's previous film, Scare Me. And I saw that and I really loved his like vision of what he did with that movie.
Today's full of surprises. We got Karen. We got Michael Swain.
Movies. I love spy movies.
Oh, this is turning out to be a pretty good weekend, and I got Monday and Tuesday off of work, so. Oh, hi, Bert.
Like a movie.
Hey, big boy.
I would love.
Ooh, send me more pinpoints.
Of like a Fargo.
I'm not gonna get any progress
Clue,
on that with,
or you know, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. Those sort of really fun, but like really great movies. It felt like this was like a sibling to those, so I was really excited to be a part of it.
You obviously shot in some cool locations. I'm assuming that wasn't a giant soundstage. You like took over a town or something, right?
Yeah. So we shot up in New York, in the Catskills, and so that feel kind of is real. Like what it looks like there is pretty similar to what it felt like in that place. It was really cool.
Oh, hey there.
Dark and grimy, of course. And what's funny is like when we needed snow, there wasn't a lot of snow, so we had to like manufacture it. And when we didn't need snow, it was snowing all the time, so it made just
oh crap! I should have hijacked that.
And dangerous.
Yes.
I know the answer because I got a sneak peek, but can you tell the audience sort of what the connection is between the video game, which is a VR game, sort of based on those old party games you used to, Mafia or Werewolf? How does the movie relate to the game? Did you play have you played that VR game?
You know, I played those sort of deductive reasoning party group games. And
I love Werewolf,
very much to
the
what
party game.
Is.
So much fun.
A bunch of people sequestered and like locked up and in. And
oh, hey there, troopers!
Who or what?
Oh, I hate hair tickle so much.
This villain or this thing that is terrorizing them. It's that, but put to film. I think better than most video game adaptations. Which, you know, I've seen them all, and I've played them all.
The ensemble comedy cast, like the pedigree here, is just phenomenal. Obviously, yourself, and you're across from Alana Weintraub of This Is Us, but we also got George Basil from Crashing, Sarah Burns from Barry, Catherine Curtin from Orange is the New Black, Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows, Rebecca Henderson from Russian Doll, Cheyenne Jackson, 30 Rock, like on and on. So, can you give us just one anecdote or moment of gratitude about, like, how was it to bounce off this amazing ensemble cast?
Well, it's really incredible, you know, because everybody gets a grand slam.
Are we really in a Mexican standoff right now?
Baby, don't say Mexican.
Typically that doesn't work. You know, if everybody is firing on all cylinders, you just get a bunch of noise. But you get such brilliant comedy vets playing in sync with each other. It was really a joy the whole time. Like I never once kind of felt uneasy or like frustrated in trying to get something out that I couldn't, because like there was we were always listening. We were always
crap, black eye.
And we just kind of had become like
black
a family.
Eye, not black guy.
George is brilliant.
Black Eye skull is on. That's why my shields haven't come back.
Cheyenne's brilliant. Milana's brilliant. Everybody tour de forces.
This is Ubisoft's first independently produced film, and you have a producer credit on this film.
That's very
as well.
cool, Ubisoft.
For hardcore Sam Richardson fans, like how much of your
I'm impressed with Ubisoft's heart and the kind of games they're trying to making, and I'm just sad they're not
as an actor, you're kind of
as hyped or as loved.
As a producer, my suggestions,
because I want to see the
certain scenes, like
Writers Republic, I think it was called. I want that sucker to take off and become huge, and it probably just won't get that big.
To not feel
and that sucks. Their big things still are just like Assassin's Creed, and this film probably isn't going to gross too hotly. I'm going to hold out hope. I'm going to try and contribute. You know, I think I'm going to go see it, unless it's rated R. I don't care for R-rated movies.
Your next role had to be another character from a video game, and remember, you said
the only thing I know I am watching here soon is Black Widow on July 9th.
Do you have an affinity? Like, who would you want to play?
And then, aside from that, until Eternal shows up,
I don't want to be Blanca. Make me Kid Icarus. I'll be Kid Icarus in the movie.
Frick.
Excellent answer. I would
300% melee strength means there's no way I can hijack. Oh, no, I can get in there and manually shoot the guy out.
Please don't bother the luck. Oh my goodness, I could have gotten it.
Sam, that is all the time we have, but so good to talk to you. Thank you.
Oh,
so
Michael
much. The
Swain, it's
movie
good to
is
see you, dude.
Werewolves Within, and it is available in theaters on June 25th and on demand July 2nd. Make sure you check it out.
Thank you so much.
Alright, 4 minutes to upload VR Showcase. Alright, let's go up close and personal, have some fun. Hello! Pulsars! Who wants to die? Oh, hold that thought. Be gone, thought! Ah, ballsack. Okay, he's a Balchinian. Still my favorite part from Men in Black. Oh, come on! For a fraction of a second, I thought I actually shot him out of the seat proper, but frick no, it actually just destroyed the thing. That's what I hate, is that the... Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I like it, but the pilot's health is tied to the vehicle. Why? Why can't you distinguish the two apart? I don't know, there's probably a good valid programming coding reason for it. Probably put more strain to have an actual second point of contact for a whole other entity inside this already big and pretty nicely rendered vehicle, especially for 2010 standards. Might just added other non-necessary computation issues. Lives added. Weapon drop. Good luck. Okay. Okay, you cocksuckers. Oh crap, they got Mythic and Thunderstorm. Ah, you cuss. I'm never gonna physically recover from this. Carnage Hall, man. Carnegie Hall. Not Carnegie Hall, but... Wait, it's Carnegie... Yeah, Carnegie Hall's in New York, isn't it? Alright. That's it for the Gearbox Showcase.